Most people think of stone as something cold, hard, lifeless. But one Tacoma Park resident takes a different view.
It's got a beautiful feel to it. I like the way it moves. Most stones have got an interesting smell.
Patrick Plunkett is a stone carver, and he has spent his life doing what seems impossible, bringing cold, hard pieces of stone to life.
Stone is what you can work it to breathe, to give it life, to give it texture, to give it feeling, to give it moods. You can't do that with a piece of plaster. That's what I like about a piece of stone.
The tools and techniques have changed little in thousands of years. Carving remains an endeavor best suited to those with a lot of patience. But slowly, with a mallet and a chisel, Plunkett transforms a stone into a work of art.
If you take something that's done by hand, there's this we're getting back to this life again. It's got a little bit of irregularity in it that draws your eye one way or the other, you see.
Looking at Plunkett's carvings, it doesn't take long to realize what he means. Leaves, flowers, hands, even vegetables seem so lifelike you can forget that they are in fact chunks of stone. Of course, stone is permanent.
We don't think about making mistakes, you know. You know what you've got to do and you do it.
The creation of stone statues is a surprisingly collaborative effort. Usually, a sculptor will create a full-sized model from clay or plaster. Stone carvers, often several of them working together, recreate that sculpture in stone. The Washington National Cathedral was an 83-year construction odyssey that, unlike any other work in modern times, called upon the work of generations of architects, sculptors, and stone carvers.
It was sort of a chance of a lifetime that one gets, and I was lucky enough to get that chance.
The grotesques and gargoyles that cover the building are based on a medieval concept of using mythical images to represent unseen evils in the world. But this cathedral was completed in 1990, and the church wanted to include modern representations of evil as well.
Darth Vader was part of the National Geographic children's magazine, I believe. It was entered as a piece in a competition they ran.
Sculptor J. Hall Carpenter created a model for Darth Vader and submitted it to master carver Vincent Palumbo.
So he gave me the model. And, with the aid of a pair of calipers, I set to and carved Darth Vader. Probably the finest piece I ever worked on were the west front carvings on the National Cathedral, the west front tympanums, the sun, the centre of tympanum and the moon. And I think the sun took like 9 months, the moon about the same. And the centre tympanum, Frederick Hart's piece, was about 2.5 years.
The central tympanum, representing the creation of humanity, is one of the most stirring sculptures in the cathedral. And it's a place to which Patrick Plunkett often returns.
Every time I go there, you kind of see things that you kind of forgot about at the time, or it brings back other memories, And you think about all the sweat and the backaches that you went through and all the stone chips in your eyes, The
carvings on the National Cathedral are painstaking accomplishments that took many years to create. But they will be there, looking down on Washington for centuries to come.
Eternity.
Well, there's nothing more permanent than stone, I don't think.
past.